Hell yeah, dudes. Today we're going to explore the ancient Greek myth of Sisyphus. Let's dive in. Okay, so Sisyphus was known as being one of the biggest tricksters in ancient Greece. Think Eric Andre with the toga. And he was known for being like super cavalier with the gods, just didn't give an F, and then trouble really started for him when he cock-blocked Zeus. Okay, so one thing you should know about Greek mythology is that Zeus is one of the biggest horn dogs of all time. So in this story, he kidnapped this nymph, which is Greek for babe, named Athena, so he could bone her, and he took her to Sisyphus' town. Sisyphus was like a mayor of a town. Then Aesopus, the river god, is the dad of Athena. And he comes to the town and he's like, yo, where's my daughter? And the whole town knew. And Sisyphus was like, straight up, dude, she's right over there. And Zeus was like, bro, what happened to the code, dude? I was about to get my nut. You just cock blocked me. And so Zeus was like, basically like, bro, you prevented my nut. You're gonna die. So then Zeus sent his agent of death, Thanatos, after Sisyphus to kill his ass. And so Thanatos is coming. He's all goth and shit, just listening to My Chemical Romance, like, and Sisyphus knew this dude was coming. So Thanatos comes in, and Sisyphus, being the trickster that he is like, hey, what up, Thanatos? Hey, what's that over there? And Thanatos is like, what? And then Sisyphus chains his ass up, thereby suspending death for the entire world. Like, what up, immortality? Am I right? Whoa. So the whole world is experiencing immortality, and they're like, dude, freaking punch me in the face, I can't die. But then Ares, the god of war, was like, dude, I have all these wars going on, no one's dying, this freaking blows. So he's like, I'm gonna unchain Thanatos and stop this whole immortality bowl. Then Zeus was like to Sisyphus, he's like, okay, bro, now it's time to die. So Sisyphus had this trick up his sleeve, and he's like to his wife, he's like, babe, when I die, disrespect the hell out of my body so that people in the underworld will be like, whoa, she disrespected you that hard? You need to go back up there and chastise his ass. So he dies, she disrespects and throws his body in the river and is like, oh, he freaking blows. And Hades, the god of the underworld, Sisyphus goes to him and he's like, dude, my wife just straight up disrespected me up there, like throws my body around and like, that's not chill, right? And Hades is like, she what, dude? She disrespected your body? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, bro, get your ass up there and chastise her ass. And he's like, I will. So Sisyphus lives for several more years. Finally, the gods are like, okay, this guy is such a boner. He keeps disrespecting us and like tricking us, and like honestly we feel disrespected because we have huge egos. The gods had huge egos, and so they're like, all right, time to like kill this dude, but keep him down in the underworld forever. So what do? They give him the famous Sisyphus endless task, which is when he gets to the underworld, they're like, dude, you can go back up to the friggin' mortal world after you roll this boulder up a hill. But here's the trick. When you roll the boulder all the way up to the hill, it just rolls back down. It's a never-ending thing. He's screwed for eternity. So that's where he is right now. He's just rolling a boulder up a hill, friggin' doing legs nonstop, which honestly for me sounds like a sick punishment. You get to do legs for eternity? He must be jacked. I mean, it's type 2 fun. His wife must be stoked. I mean, think of his physique. He's freaking doing legs, and I mean, his traps, his quads, everything must be freaking jacked. So honestly, I'm fired up on his punishment. And you know what? The Stoics are fired up on his punishment too. So Albert Camus, this existential philosophist, was like, dude, this whole myth is about man's futile search for meaning. And the thing about Sisyphus that's sick is that him rolling the boulder up the hill, that is sort of like man saying like, I'm gonna embrace my duty and that's what's gonna make me happy. So he's a hero for the Stoics and for the existentialists and stuff. So I'm fired up on Sisyphus, dude. And I hope you guys are too. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Chad's Greek Myths. Stay tuned for the next one and I'll see you sometime. All right, late.